Yo, what is up world? Matty Beeps here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It is really good to see you guys. I feel like 7 days felt even longer since the last time we spoke. So anywho, it is good to see you. This week's vlog, I didn't really vlog, so don't really have much to show you guys, but I did travel to Los Angeles last week for my spring break. But I did manage to shoot a short film with my friends, so that was a really fun time. That is what this week's vlog is going to be all about. I'm going to be talking to you guys about the 3 things that I always consistently run into whenever I'm filming a short film, because most of the times, most of the projects I'm working on are low budget or no budget at all, or even minimal crew or no crew at all. So as you can imagine, there are a lot of problems and a lot of obstacles that I have to overcome as a filmmaker in order to start and finish the project. So before we get into that, go ahead and roll that intro and I'll see you guys soon. So it's Alright, so first things first, if you are new to this channel, I am Matty Beeps, the cinematographer. So if you are interested in learning about cinematography or filmmaking, feel free to hit that subscribe button and also the bell button so that you know whenever I post a brand new video, which normally is Wednesdays on this channel, so you can look forward to that. Alright, so now that we got the introductions out of the way, I wanted to talk to you guys about 3 things that I recently ran into when filming a short film. And actually this has happened more than once, and this will probably continue to happen until I grow as a filmmaker and graduate to bigger productions, or simply some of you who are watching want to be a part of the film production process. You guys can come help me out on set. It's greatly appreciated because most of the times, like I said in the intro, I don't really have a big crew or even any crew, and the short films that I'm working on with my friend Nelson, they're either low budget or no budget at all. So if you're a filmmaker yourself, you probably understand the struggles of what it's like to be running into issues when on set. So those 3 problems that I normally run into on set are sound issues, because I'm not a sound person at all. I'm a cinematographer who knows a little bit about sound, so I'm constantly learning how to better record sound. And as you may know, as a filmmaker or as an aspiring filmmaker, it's a lot easier to watch a video that has better audio versus a video that has better picture and the audio suffers. And if you don't believe me, well, I guess you'll just have to figure it out on your own too. But trust me, sound is a huge thing, and that is one of the major aspects of filmmaking that I want to understand more and get better at. So a couple of the sound problems that I ran into when filming on set was I don't have a boom operator. So how in the world do I get the microphone close enough to my actors to hear the audio, right? And the way that I had to do it was I taped a microphone as close to our talent as possible, which is hanging from the ceiling. You can probably see it right there. So I had to tape it on the ceiling, knowing that it was in the frame because I was filming in an aspect ratio that I knew I would cover up the microphone with the black bars that you see in short films. So that's one of the issues, is I don't have a boom operator, so I have to use gaff tape to tape the microphone as close as possible to my talent. So it's really important to have gaff tape on set. If you don't know what gaff tape is, it is basically the duct tape of the film industry without leaving any disgusting nasty marks that rip any fabric or strip any paint on walls. So the best thing to use is gaff tape.
Yeah.
Well, you can't really tell because it's blurry.
It's a little early for a drink anyways, isn't it?
Hold for sound.
Craigslist! No more.
You will never get hired in the industry, sound man, ever. Okay, camera speeds. This is Nelson's over the shoulder wide shot. Take 3. Alright, so the second problem that I have is I'm not a multi-tool, I'm not a Swiss Army knife of a filmmaker, but I force myself to learn every single aspect of the filmmaking process, or the production process to be exact. And it gets really tiring because I have to do so many jobs, I have to wear so many hats on set. But at the end of the day, that makes me a better filmmaker. But I know one day it won't always be that way, because I'll be working on bigger sets that have bigger budgets, that have bigger crews, and all that good stuff that I look forward to. When I do get to that position, I can focus 100% in being the cinematographer, and solely the cinematographer, because I know that there are other people on set who focus 100% at their job, which allows me to be the best cinematographer that I can be. So that is one of the most annoying things, but at the same time, it's really rewarding when I have to juggle everything on set. That just makes me a well-rounded filmmaker, and I think that you guys can and should be a well-rounded filmmaker as well. That's good. Spoon, what is your What are you feeling when you walk into this room? Because I can read the camera can read your face, your expression. Because when you walked in, I felt like you were already in it, like down. Not to say that you shouldn't be, but I just wanted to ask you, like, what are you feeling when you walk? Because I feel like he disturbs whatever it is you're feeling.
I think that he is in my mind.
Already.
That's why he's
Okay.
there. So the fact that he's there is because I'm already cracked.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted, that's all.
Yeah.
Good job. This is the wide shot. This is take 4. Whew. Alright, so I had to change jackets really quickly for the last and final problem that I always run into on set, and I'm sure that for those of you that are filmmakers as well, you can totally understand the struggle. And I feel like you may also feel the same way for every project that you work on, and that problem for me, and possibly for you, is time and not having enough of it. So as you know, time is money, and especially when you're working on set, when you're in the film industry, they literally mean time is money. And for this particular project, time was not on our side. I wish that we had more time, but I feel like the time that we did have, we used it pretty well. So you're probably wondering, how in the world do I maximize my time when I know that I'm only filming for 2 or 3 days and I have no crew and we have no budget? How can I maximize my time to be able to tell a story that only so many people are involved in? Well, the best way to do that is to properly plan for the shooting days. So what I mean by that is, as a cinematographer, I plan as much as I possibly can, and the way that I do that, I spend time speaking with the director and trying to help them find the direction of the film. Everything that they're possibly envisioning about the film, we talk about so that I can have a game plan.
So, like, you can go in, like, I guess, I think it would be better, like, more natural if you go try to do this, and then I grab
Oh,
you.
that works. Okay, so we won't need that. We won't need that insert of him grabbing it.
Well, I mean, you could do that. Oh, yeah, that's right, because that's when I do grab it by force.
Yeah, but you can just, we
Yeah.
can still see it, but instead you go for this.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Did you follow on that?
No.
No?
You lost me. Good, sorry.
Yeah. So you know the insert we had of him pointing over here when I have my hand over here and he's reaching for the glass during his turn
Oh,
to
yeah,
take
yeah.
it? So instead of him reaching for the glass, he will reach for the glass, but he will just take me by the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but that's what he'll go for
Okay.
in that insert. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All
just I'll remind you when it comes to it.
Now, the one game or app that I use to plan for my shoots is Cinetracer. Now, if you haven't heard of it, it's a game that's on the Steam platform. It's actually really cheap and affordable as a filmmaker, and especially as a cinematographer, because I was taught if you plan better, you shoot better. So the way that I do that again is through Cinetracer. This is not a paid sponsorship, but I'm telling you, Cinetracer is something that directors, cinematographers, set designers, anyone who is interested in the film industry, I should just say, should have and use and get familiar with, because it is the one way you can get on set to create a scene, the lighting, the framing, composition, camera movement, all that good stuff you can do in this game before you even step foot on set. So aside from a cinematographer's standpoint and approach to pre-production, luckily I have Nelson, my best friend, who is the actor, the writer, the producer of all of the short films that I work on, or most of the short films that I work on, I should say. He does a really good job at producing, making sure that everyone is on time and that we have all of our props that we need on set. He does a really good job at handling all of that. And on top of all that, he studies his lines so that he can get ready to act as well in the short films that he writes, produces, co-directs, directs, whatever you want to call it. He does a really good job at that. So I think with the time that we had, we did the best we could with the crew that we had and also the budget that we had as well. So those are my 3 things that I always run into and that I feel like I will continue to run into, and more than likely you as a filmmaker, especially if you're just starting, will run into as well. So make sure that you are a jack of all trades, learn every position, every role in the filmmaking process, so that if you're on set and if you have a story you want to tell, you're able to do that from start to finish. So I hope that you guys learned something from this week's vlog slash video slash me talking about the 3 problems that I always run into when I'm filming. And maybe it was just as simple as you learning my process and all of the things that I have to juggle and go through when going into a short film. And maybe you just learned that process in itself. So now you have a better idea of what I go through and what I have to plan for. when it comes to filming a short film. Before I go, I want to give a huge shout out to my friend Steve, who allowed me to use his Voigtlander lenses, which I've never used before. These are fully manual lenses and they are really cool because they're older lenses and they have this particular look to them, and I just love the look of them. So I'm super thankful for you letting me use those lenses. Thank you, Steve, so much. All right, and that is it. You guys learned about the 3 things that I always run into when I'm filming, and maybe this is something that you and I can relate to. So if that is true, go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know some of the struggles that you're going through when you're on set and you're filming and there's no budget, there's no crew, or whatever it is that you're working on. And maybe if you have any tips for me as well to become a better filmmaker, just drop a comment down below. So if you guys enjoyed this week's vlog, you know what to do. Go ahead and do a super jump on that like button down below, and also get subscribed to the YouTube channel because every Wednesday is a brand new vlog, and hit that bell button as well so you can get notified whenever I upload a video. I'm Matty B, the cinematographer, and I will see you guys in 7 days. Peace.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
You fucked up, huh?
damn
What
it.
happened? What happened?
No, I ran into
They're on
Juan out there, and we got in each other's way, and I was like, oh, god damn it, I was coming from somewhere. Oh, God, okay. I couldn't. I'm so sorry.
A little early for a drink anyways, isn't it? He left. Just go ahead and place him right there and give me a shot of rocks.
Shut up, what?
A shot of rocks. I didn't catch it. That's pretty funny though. That's a
shot.
That's a blooper for sure.
Let's roll. Can we start just from the top?
Yeah.
Is that okay?